Hi everybody. Right now I'd like to talk to you about two things today: nutrition labels and fruit juices. It's important to look at the nutrition labels on products to determine whether or not they're processed foods or not. If they've got chemical looking names in there, then it's a processed food. Now why is that important? Because the FDA and the food industry has gotten most people brainwashed to think that their altered foods are scientific and they're therefore harmless to us, which is frankly a bunch of crap. You need to be eating natural foods, preferably organic foods, foods that do not have that aren't prepared or processed. And you'll best be able to do that by shopping the perimeters of supermarkets and staying away from the center aisles with all these boxed and jarred prepared foods. Now I went to the grocery store yesterday. I know you've watched my bread machine video, bread making video using the bread machine. And now that bread only has the basics. It has flour, a little gluten, some salt, some honey, some water, and some yeast. I mean, that's about as natural as you can get, unless you want to consider the flour not natural, because cavemen didn't have that. But anyway, I got 2 loaves of whole wheat bread. Now, I don't know if you read this, but it says 100% whole wheat round top bread. Okay, now look, I'm going to rotate to the back. And that, you probably can't focus in on that. I don't think you can focus. Is it focusing? Mm-hmm. Okay, look at all those ingredients. Okay? You know, do you want to eat something that has calcium silicate in it? Calcium sulfate, ammonium sulfate, azodicarbonamide. I mean, really. But it says, look, 100% whole wheat. Crap. And here's another one. This is 100% natural whole wheat bread. Again, look at the ingredients. It's got juice concentrate, which is concentrated sugar, which I'll get to in a minute. Enzyme modified soy lecithin. Now what the hell is that? So I mean, this isn't natural. It says 100% whole wheat. So again, don't be putting that in your body, because this is the way I want you to look at your digestive system. Your digestive system, think of it as like in a chemistry lab, and you have a reaction, one of those big beakers, glass beakers, where the chemist pours in the chemicals to make the reaction to get the product that he wants. Your digestive system is like a chemistry reaction flask. Ideally, what you want to do is you want to pour in just the ingredients that you need to get the product that you want, which is the glucose for energy, the fats, the vitamins and minerals and such. The chemist does not, when he wants to make a product, doesn't pour in the basic ingredients and then pour a bunch of other stuff in there that has nothing whatsoever to do with what he wants to produce. So that's the way your digestive system is. You pour in all natural ingredients, and what you get out is what your body needs. It's like the computer program analogy: garbage in, garbage out. So think of your digestive system that way, and pay attention to nutrition labels. And here I found I don't know what this was doing in our pantry. It must be very old. This is some Bisquick. Look, it says Heart Smart. Low fat, zero trans, naturally cholesterol free, excellent source of calcium. Okay, now let's turn and look at the ingredients. The first ingredient we see is enriched bleached flour. Now what that is, that's white flour. Now what the hell is white flour? White flour is whole wheat flour, where they stripped out all the nutrients and just left basically the cornstarch component, which is a simple carbohydrate. And if you read my blog on the glycemic index, you'll know that eating white flour is tantamount to eating sugar because of the insulin spike that it causes when you ingest this stuff. Then it also has leavening. Well, what is leavening? That's baking soda, which is not bad. Sodium aluminum phosphate, monocalcium phosphate, sugar, regular table sugar. All right? But yet they advertise this as being healthy. Baloney. Okay? Which brings me to the subject of fruit juices. I bought this at the store the other day, in fact yesterday. Okay, now we were all raised to, as children, drink your fruit juices because of all the vitamin C and different things in it. Which, as a child, I guess it's okay because your body is almost running at maximum efficiency. But here's the thing I have against fruit juices. I'm looking at the ingredient label on there, and it says sugars, 41 grams. Now, since this says, I'm going to take them at their word. It says not from concentrate, 100% pure squeezed orange juice. And that means the sugar in here is fructose. Okay. Now, what is fructose? Fructose is a naturally occurring sugar found in fruits. Okay. Now, what is sucrose? Sucrose, table sugar. Okay. Table sugar is composed of one molecule of glucose, which your body uses directly for energy, and one molecule of fructose. Okay, so basically, if you were to look at them physically, this has 41 grams of fructose. Now, if you were to extract that sugar out of there, dry it out, and make it into crystals, that's how much fructose in there in this one little bottle. Now, that's one hell of a pile. Look from the top. That is one hell of a pile of sugar, okay? And you're ingesting that when you drink this one bottle. Now, you have to be careful because a lot of your foods today are prepared with what they call high fructose corn syrup. Now, the question is, why do so many food manufacturers use fructose? Number one, it's very cheap to produce, and number two, on a molecule for molecule basis, fructose tastes sweeter than any other sweetener out there, including sugar. Okay, they've done tests on this. When it's put on the tongue detects a sweetness quicker than any other sweetener. And it also the sweet taste lasts a little longer than any other sweetener. Now, I printed out this little graph here. Can you get a picture of that? See that okay? Mm-hmm. Okay, now what does this show? This shows, the title of this is Relative Sweetness of Sugars and Sweeteners. Look, which is the most powerful sweetener? Fructose. It's 1.73 times sweeter than sucrose. Sucrose is sweeter than honey, and honey is even sweeter than glucose. So look at fructose compared to even glucose. So I mean, your body, which brings me to my next point. Why do you tend to want to eat sugars like this? It's because it satisfies a basic caveman genetic desire back when food sources, when we really had to look for our food. And so when they came across fruits and they had that sweet taste, it was an instant energy, it was an energy charge to the system. So if you're going to eat, the best way to get sugar is from eating a fruit, because the fructose is encapsulated in the fiber and within the cells, and you have to chew at it to help break down the pulp, and then your digestive system has to further break it down so that you get a slow release of this sugar in your bloodstream, which results in a more even rise in the level of insulin in your body. And if you read my blog on this subject, then you know that the goal is to avoid the large spikes in insulin in the blood. Okay? You want everything to be even, because when insulin spikes, that throws a lot of other hormones off balance, and it makes the whole weight loss job just that much more difficult. So avoid the fruit juices. Get your sugars from fruit by eating them. You can even, I would say you could even, if you're into juicing, put the whole fruit, take out the seed or whatever is not edible, put it in a regular blender and blend it all up together to where the pulp, the sugar is still mainly in the pulp, and drink it that way. But if you're trying to lose weight, I would avoid fruit juices altogether. Even though I know these centrifugal juicers are popular nowadays, I just don't think it's a good idea to be getting your sugar extracted like that. So anyway, I hope this was helpful, and we'll see you next time.